Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Curator's Corner here at the National Civil War and Naval Museum. I'm Jeff Seymour, curator and historian here. Ladies and gentlemen, for this edition, we have recently brought out some very rarely seen items. And these items belong to James H. Warner, who was an engineer during the Civil War. And James Warner actually took command of the Columbus Iron Works that became the Confederate Naval Iron Works in 1862. These items are very delicate and they are in need of conservation. So we're actually going to need some of your help later on. One of the items is James Warner's belt. It's leather, it's his sword belt. The belt buckle is still in remarkable shape. However, the leather is slowly falling apart and is in need of conservation. But right now we have it out to show off. Another item that is remarkably rare is James Warner's letter book from the Iron Works. Now what this book is a series of onion skin copies. Onion skin is a type of paper. It's very thin, very fragile. And if you notice, looking at the image that you will see, is that the ink is slowly blurring away. And at some point we would like to get this letter book conserved. This letter book includes requisitions for supplies, for building gunboats, for any number of things. So a lot of the day-to-day operations of the ironworks is right here in this book. One of the items that has already been conserved is the drawings of the machinery of the CSS Tennessee. And this was done by Warner right here in Columbus. See, one of the wild things about Warner's story is, and part of what makes Columbus so important, is that Warner was actually moving across the Confederacy assisting with gunboat design. And he worked on a number of gunboats, assisted with design and so forth, and kept a number of drawings that he made right here in Columbus. And the CSS Tennessee was largely built over at Selma, Alabama, and fought in the famous Battle of Mobile Bay against Admiral Farragut and the Union fleet there. Well, this drawing is in tattered condition, and it's been conserved and encapsulated. And this is a mylar covering in order to keep it in one place and to keep it from continuing to deteriorate. And so this is what we are looking to do with a number of Warner's drawings over the next several months in order to eventually bring these out for display. And it's such an incredible piece of the puzzle about machinery, engineering from the mid-19th century. And of course, all of this is right here in Columbus. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to focus your attention next on the currency that we have on display on the wall behind the case of Warner materials. And this is actual currency from the Columbus area during the American Civil War. Now, of course, banking processes are much different than what they are today. And just about everybody printed money. Well, if you notice right here is a $5 note from the Columbus Iron Works. And barely legible is a signature, J.H. Warner. And this is what the workers at the ironworks were paid in, this merchant scrip. And a number of these pieces of currency still survive. but here is a decent example of one of those surviving pieces. And again, a simple part of the day-to-day operations of industry in the Columbus area. So if you get a chance, come by and see us at the National Civil War and Naval Museum. These items will not be out for long currently until they are conserved.